Patch after patch after patch after patch, Riot chose to make Renekton even better every single game. He's a pub stomper, he loves to dominate lane, and he snowballs brutally. That all is Renekton. He has an inbuilt counter to shields, super high damage, super high lethal range, and something that you haven't seen before. When it comes to healing and sustainability, that's close to being akin to being a Warwick. But now, let's take a look at the Crocodile. If you're wondering why Triforce, I myself have no idea, but let's take a look at what they're doing. But technically speaking, if you want to go for Triforce, then you have to intentionally space out your combo into multiple seconds. The reason for this would be that you desire to have multiple Spellblade procs through one play. And since the Spellblade has a 1.5 second cooldown, it is something you have to keep in mind. He's playing against the Warwick here. Let's see if the Warwick is any good, or if the Warwick is a little troll. Gets a level 2, goes for a cheeky all-in here. But yeah, this trade is actually winning for the Warwick if the Warwick gets to press Q on the minions. We didn't get a Q reset, he just walks up to the Renekton like this, gets ignited. Do we have any defensive? Wait, we're running Ignite Warwick. Okay, I see. Something that you can do as top lane Warwick, you can simply run Exhaust or Barrier into the Renekton and wait until he uses his second ability. Most of the time, or if not in any case, the Renekton has to start the play with his Empowered Stun. If he doesn't, you automatically win. And if you can wait for your Barrier, then you can utilize your champion's passive, because the moment you get lower than 50% HP, your auto attacks start healing you for the damage they deal for the magic damage component. And then winning fights becomes relatively easy because of your high damage. Another thing that you have to do in Renekton as Warwick is you have to really utilize your spacing, especially with the Q drag. You need to make sure to get behind the Renekton with Q drag so he doesn't get away with the dash combo, because otherwise he can just establish like really toxic trades. Like, now Warwick is going to die because Warwick didn't realize that he should just not do this. Oh, he will actually survive. Oh, no, he will not. Okay, so you saw the wave. Warwick had to leave. Warwick just had to leave from this wave and come back. He had more than enough time, but he chose to display himself to the guy. Very good adaptation, by the way, by the Renekton to instantly rush the anti-healing, which means that the Warwick is disincentivized to go for short trades, because now the theme of how Warwick wants to play with the first ability spam has been weakened, and now Warwick has to make sure that he utilizes minions or minion last hits with this Q to get the highest value possible. The thing is, most people don't do it because, funnily enough, Warwick is very easy to play on a skill floor level, but he has so many decisions that can completely make or break the champions if you make bad choices. Like, for example, whenever you go in with a Q, you have to be like, okay, is my spacing correct? Like Renekton C, he goes in for a quick trade, goes in with the third ability, so you have the trading pattern of going in with your first E, going for the combo of auto attack W, Q, and then E away. If Warwick doesn't respond fast enough with his fear to this one, because every single time Renekton goes in close with his third ability, Warwick can react to this with his third ability. And then it's like a game of chicken. Because if he doesn't have this spell available as the Warwick, then he takes way too much damage. And you see, he's just sustaining off these minions, and it's very hard. And now the Warwick wasted his third ability, pops ult, will one-tap that guy, and goes out. Because the Warwick doesn't understand the lethal range of Renekton, specifically with the PTA. So if you think about this again, Warwick's goal is to be as high HP as possible all the time, and then go for fights. Renekton is a burst-centric champion. If you survive the burst, as a Warwick, you will automatically win because you deal more DPS. Also, on top of that, you also have better sustain. So if you engage into a war of attrition, You just need to make sure that you play towards the rules of a War of Attrition, which means you focus on these minions, then get the cooldown reset on your first ability, and then use your superior HP bar to punish the Renekton. Now we've reached a point where the Renekton is so fed that the Warwick will have big trouble even playing the game. There's a 2-level lead, which is like insanely high when it comes to top lane. It's insane like levels of difference. Plus, I think I didn't see that Warwick had bone plating for the Renekton matchup, which makes it easier as well. And yeah, this could be a little bit spicy here. Flashes after, it gets CC'd, Lilia gets jumped here, we pop the ultimate. Do we have enough heal? We getting slept? Nice turn, oh so close, but this rock. There are so many spells he's given, like from the teammates. We still have our dash here, we get the CC and we go in and it's beautiful. And the Veigar comes in with a quick little scoop up of the poor little Warwick. But yeah, as you see, it's very difficult, or very like unseemingly complex sometimes when it comes to how to play certain traits. Because to this day, most of the people in WildRift believe that you have to mechanically outplay people to be good, but in reality, that's not true. Most of the plays, if not any, if you are on even ground on a champion that's equally as good, is all about knowing what you have to do, which button to press and in what sequence. It's not about outplaying. Outplaying is most of the time reserved for situations in which you are behind and have to just make, a miracle work. But in most instances, it's like, okay, this champion has to go in with these abilities. If these abilities are on cooldown, you just win. There's nothing they can do. Renekton is like, okay, I go in because the Warwick wasted his fear, he's half HP, I can one-tap him. Okay, that's not an outplay, that's mistakes by the Warwick that the Renekton is punishing. In WildRift, it's most of the time just about punishing people for mistakes. Because the moment you try to make plays is usually you making yourself vulnerable for enemies to punish you. Because you're going for something that is not inherently good, because you're having to outplay someone. Obviously, there are some situations in which you have to outplay people, because if the score is like 5-20, well, you have to do something. Unless you have like the most insanely scaling comp in the history of WildRift. Wait, did I see a Heartsteel on the Warwick? Did I just see the Heartsteel on the Warwick, or am I blind? I might be blind, I'm getting too old, but yeah. Yeah, he in fact has a Heartsteel. He has Heartsteel plated, as it seems. Yeah, that's Heartsteel plated. That guy has a lot of HP. That guy is a tank demon. And something that is pretty much underutilized when it comes to playing top lane is just generally just going around the map and punishing people. Like, look, Renekton's tower has been fallen, and he could have chosen to just stay there in AFK, but due to somebody dying or rotating somewhere, he spotted the opportunity to go into mid lane and get more farm, punish people. But again, if the enemy team is just playing together and nobody is responding to anything that is happening on the map, you will get punished whatever you do. The real question I have, though, is I really don't understand why Trinity Force. I think it does more burst damage into squishy champions. But yeah, I'm not that much of a Renekton connoisseur to know why you would ever go Trinity Force, or if it's still just a typical Chinese thing of, hey, my champion, what about Trinity Force on my champion? Which is the usual reasoning when it comes to Chinese players going Trinity Force. It's actually funny, because it's so true. Not much to do so far. But yeah, Renekton is getting really strong. If you take a look at his next item, it's going to be a Maw. Maw this game against double AP topside, which is Warwick and Lilia. It's going to be an insane value. This Warwick should be a lot tankier than people expect because he has this heartsteel and plated into double physical topside. So yeah, these defensive boots make it very difficult for people to do anything because it's simply too much. Like defensive boots, stacking or like having them into double same damage type is insane value. 34's movement speed coming in clutch here though. Veigar Cage popping off. Warwick using Gargoyle early. He's getting closer to some good trades. Doesn't have flash and really wants to reach. Yone ults in. Nice E away as well, just to not get CC'd by the Renekton, but the Cage comes in clutch and the poor guy falls. It was a very nice E, but the issue is then Veigar Cage comes up and yeah, it's a little bit too tough. Next, Veigar Cage coming in. Beautiful Cage here again. The CC combo of the Veigar just completely controlling a zone. Karma providing them with movement speed shields. She has Redemption. She plays tank Karma. Bless her soul. The Abominations. Spell shield is on. Can't utilize his W. Has to wait. Beautifully waited. Gets the kill onto the Sivir. So far, I really like the way the Renekton is generally playing when it comes to sequencing his spells, sequencing the inputs of his abilities. It's really nice to see. Oh, Lucian is in a very interesting spot down there, because he should never be alone there. What is Yone doing? Huh? Did we just catch a win trade live on cam? Yeah, Sivir here, not having enough items yet. With Sivir, it's a very interesting thing. Sivir on your first item doesn't really do much. We still have Gargoyle as well. Big Gargoyle shield getting away here. It's so broken. This item is so goddamn broken. It needs to be killed. Kill Gargoyle. Completely remove it. Don't just nerf it, remove it. Yeah, it's just insane. Look at this big top wave. What? Look at this big stack top wave up there. But I'm generally wondering, when we see like a next big update, touching crit 80 carries. If we'll ever see it, that is. Nice ult by the Yone, gets CC though. Oh, the exhaust. Oh, 1 HP. Because I'm genuinely curious if Riot will ever touch the problem. Because if crit 80 carries get fed, it's unbearable to play against them. But most of the crit 80 carries in current WildRift don't do anything if they're on even terms. They just don't do anything, they just exist. Which feels very bad. And then you have champions, like for example Renekton. He can build whatever he wants to do. Like 3-4s, you know, a little bit of more. And since Maw is such a broken item, it doesn't even matter. It's so much damage. It's so much defensive that you still do damage and survive. It's kind of grotesque, if you ask me, when it comes to champion and item imbalance between classes. But coming back to Sivir, like this champion, on her first item doesn't do anything. On her second item, she doesn't really do too much. On her third item, she starts being a monster. Like if you fight against a Sivir with 3 items onwards, she completely demolishes your entire team. Not because of her normal auto attack damage, but because of the bouncing ricochet blades. Because it's not her normal auto attack, it's the fact that these blades jump between people, nicely jumping in, taking care of the Lilia, making sure that we'll get the Baron Nashor here. Yone looking for an angle here to deny the Renekton's escape. Sidestep left and right. This guy is in Yone's head, playing around the cooldowns, pops the ult, one-shots that guy. It's clinical. Oh, he pops the T-Mushroom. Oh, hell nah. I would be fuming. I would be fuming. Sivir, in the meantime, she was like, nah, my team is total ass, so I'll just try my best and get the waves cleared. She even got 1 inhibitor on the Baron side of the map. Honestly speaking, not too bad of a thing to get. Ideally, though, if the next dragon was to be Soul, it would have been the best thing to get the top lane inhibitor. But obviously it's not a realistic thing to achieve, So if her choice was based on the fact that she believed she couldn't fight and she was out of position already, then she made a very good play of taking that one down. Because not only did she get the inhibitor, she also got bazillions of gold with all the waves, which is very, very important for an AD carry to get. Because AD carry is all about gold. Money, money, money. Anything else but money is kind of pointless for AD carries. And I'm getting sick, as you can probably hear. Beautiful gargoyle. Oh my god, the bowling ball. So close. Oh, this cheeky little goblin with the bait. QSS being popped to avoid death here. Tower shot coming in with 1 HP again. Living life. Damn, the healing of that one is insane. I should try Renekton jungle again. I haven't played that guy in... When did I last play Renekton? Some time ago, most definitely. Some good time ago. Lilia up in that brush, and the Renekton gets the blue buff. That is exactly what we want to see. Close to being level 15, just some extra base stats coming in. 4 people greeting the crocodile down there. Not a good time for the crocodile. But the crocodile rotates away, just make sure to transition or to just hover between mid lane and the bottom lane so he can instantly path upwards. Hovering now mid lane so he can path upwards to the top lane just to make sure that his team can do whatever they want to do. Just need to make sure that these waves are pushed out, that the waves are walking in. Lilia coming in with a flash Q, popping the ultimate as well on 2 people or 1 person. But yeah, it's a tank karma he's going in. So again, people most of the time think, oh look, a support is out of position, but they don't realize that it's actually the tankiest or second tankiest person on the team, which provide no value outside of you being you focusing them. You killing a Soraka, insane value, you completely remove the healing. You killing a tank karma, you're not really doing much because the champion isn't mandatory in your team comp, or in the enemy's team comp. Like, it's just a tank. You don't want to spend all your cooldowns trying to kill a tank. You want to kill the people that matter, if you can get to them, that is. Bowling ball. Soraka being here, Karma with the double root, really good. Warwick jumping into the backline again onto the Karma instead of the Renekton in front of them. The Renekton would have been dead if the Warwick jumps to Renekton. Again, massive misplay here. Nice stun, removing the shield, big damage coming in. They're trying to hang on for dear life. Lilia just also getting ran down. Soraka is the last one standing. And again, it's all about the choices of targeting. For whatever reason, the tank Karma was targeted again. I guess at this point it's just personal, it's just hate, it's a hate crime. You can't tell me otherwise. It happens so many times that people, like, compare it to your own games. Play tank Karma and play AP Karma. Play like any of these supports as tank or full AP, and realize that whatever version you play, they will still focus you. So if the enemy is actually stupid, which most of the time they truly are, like Karma doesn't even have an enchant, that's crazy work. And if they're truly stupid, they will focus you. And it's not even like, it's not even a thing of low elo. It's a thing that happened in PC as well in the past with the tank Zillion. Like, bro rushed 15 billion Kindle gems and had like Warmocks and stuff, and he just walked in and people used cooldowns on him, and that was in GM Chell. It makes no sense, but people nowadays are just, they just have the attention span and the awareness of a potato. Like, in all honesty. So please, if you spot this in your games, and you see the enemy is going for some tank Karma or tank whatever support, please don't waste your valuable cooldowns on them if there are better targets available. Please. You will actually lose if you do this. Renekton mid lane going in hard, going in for a cheeky little hard push into the first chicken camp denial. No way, he's playing the Grave strat. Oh my, nah. That is illegal technology. Oh well, we are in a bit of trouble. We are flashless and we are dead. Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. The illegal place. But yeah, the trading of Renekton is so powerful. Like, you see the damage, it just magically comes up. At first you think you're winning, and then it's like, nope, you're dead. Yeah, luckily the lane isn't over. This game is also insane value for plated steel caps Yasuo. I really hope I'm gonna see plated steel caps of that guy. There's only one AP champion, which is Mordekaiser, which will not really interact with the guy. Okay, plated steel caps are now achieved for. Oh no. The back cancel is pretty big because we can't spend our money, so we're forced to push another wave. Yasuo close to level 5 here. Needs to be careful though, because we have level 5 on the Renekton. Yeah, he gets baited. This could be reasonably close. You see, that's a really risky thing to do. When you see that the Renekton is level 5, you might think you win, but the damage that guy does in a burst combo is insane. Specifically into your shield, which gets instantly deleted by his empowered W. And you see he's not using abilities on the wave because he knows if he did that, he would die instantly. The issue is, he has to clear the wave, so it's basically a coin flip. So he has the option of give up the wave, let it be in that position, and therefore get completely stomped, because he can't approach the wave at all anymore because of jungle. Number 2, he can just flip the wave and use all cooldowns and try to walk away, but if the Yasuo has any brain cells, he will just, force trades the moment the Renekton tries to do this, because the Renekton without cooldowns is not a champion. Just something you have to keep in mind constantly. Maybe I'll do like a similar video about that one as well, like I did yesterday about jungling, like just about trading in lane, like because I see many people just because they believe they have like so-called item advantage or whatever that they can win when it's all about cooldowns in most instances. Gets jumped here, gets the plate, wants to turn around, wants to dash through that guy, dash 1, dash 2 to avoid the knockup. Turns around, has ultimate, turns on him. Does he even die? He will trade his life for this, though. Wave. Oh, wave actually dies. Okay, it's worth. I didn't see that the wave was actually dead. Wave dying, it makes this play so worth. It's so worth now. Also, just as a little bit of an advice when it comes to boots. Maybe I do some dedicated stuff about that one as well, just like a small little thing. If you're a damage champion and you face hybrid damage in your lane, as well as the jungle, for example, mid lane is 80, jungle's AP, then defensive boots don't gain as much value. Oh, ho, 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 the Yasuo pulled up to the wrong neighborhood. Poor guy. Okay, so back to the boots topic. You see in this game Yasuo and the enemy jungle. So Renekton can't really go defensive boots here, because they don't provide as much value. What he can do though is, he could technically go for his first item, rush his first item, and if he needs to snowball, he obviously goes for Gluttonous. That's like the idea behind it. Oh, Gwen is chasing after, but there's a J4. And yeah, when it comes to WildRift, in most instances, you see these fights. A lot of fights never really follow any reason. They just happen for the sake of fighting. And for you, it's like, if you play this game casually, if you are trying to be a nice person, trying to help your teammates, you'll have a very, very, very bad time. So what you can do is, you need to think about, what is happening right now, and does it make sense? And why doesn't it make sense? And why does it make sense? I think this actually might as well just be a dedicated video. Anyway, back to Renekton. Because you don't want to help people that you cannot help. Because the moment you help people that you cannot help, you're trying to help them like emotionally, and then it doesn't matter because it's all about gold and resources. Oh my god, that was so much damage. We actually die. Wow. Look at these little instrument goblins bonking. Pykel Jackson goes for the escape. Yeah, but red buff is so goddamn broken, you just can't move. You're just perma-stuck. Pykel Jackson gets the Lux here. Yeah. Jarvan is not that good of a champion into Yasuo, because if the Yasuo does it well, you can always dash out of the arena. Flashes W, gets the one tap here. Lux was just a tickle fiend, as it seems. Just a tickle fiend. Look at the low cooldowns he has now. Such low cooldowns. And it's getting better and better the more items he gets. DD. Just need to be mindful about DD in this game compared to the League version. We only absorb physical damage. Well, not absorb. We only stagger physical damage. We do not stagger magical damage. It's very, very important to know. Renekton going for the instant rotation here. Oh, this Gwen is in a lot of trouble here. Pops the ult. You see the burst of that guy. And casually walks out. In this dive, there's one important thing. Renekton is not allowed to chase after the Gwen upwards, because if he does, DMF, if there's no minion wave in the tower, will immediately take aggro, and it's just over. Okay, you see the Yasuo has Wit's End. It's a 4 AD team, and Yasuo goes Wit's End. This is a challenger game, by the way. Do you know what I mean now? Jarvan goes in for the combo. The Lux will die. There's no way you survive. Gwen comes in with the ultimate, turns around. Renekton looking for the prime target, the enemy AD carry, because this guy dies instantly. Gwen is dealing some good damage, but the Renekton does even more. And yeah, the Camille is trying to achieve something, at least in return of this entire play mid lane, by just taking down the side. The top lane island is a tough place to be. Mordekaiser and Camille have not seen once on the screen of this character here. And yeah, the entire teams are just clashing constantly. There is no hope. There's no hope. Next dragon coming up. This could mark the second dragon for Renekton's team, which would enable them to maybe go for an Ice Soul. Ice Soul for their team, not even that good. It's because they're like so low ranged. Camille was spotted AFK. Camille in a lot of trouble, Gargle being popped. Renekton walking to the wall just to make sure to block off the Camille E. Very level-headed, very much aware of what's going on. Renekton recalling here? No, okay. Because yeah, like I guess he wanted to recall just in case the enemy goes for like a 4-man push or something maybe. And he wants to be ready to just defend the tier 3. But yeah, he cancelled the recall and made sure to go for the tower because his teammates already took care of the other stuff on the bottom side of the map or the top side of the map. And now he's taking away the enemy jungle because it's free. Because there's no way for him to kill, and killing the tower is unreasonable. So you'd rather take away the enemy jungle. Unreasonable because the enemy could just respond to this. Because he's in plain vision. That's another layer of things that people have to think more about. Pops the ultimate here. Gwendolyn on the run. Has to turn around. Gwendolyn smiting him. Can't move, but gets the flash stun off, and it's a dead angle for that guy. Renekton mid. Oh, my Renekton expertise is so bad. I'm going to be so bad on this champion, but we ball. Camille coming in, popping the ult. Jarvan pops the gargoyle, still very much alive. Big stun. Lux walking up here, hits the... doesn't hit the first ability. Next gargoyle pops. Gargoyles left and right. This is so unbalanced. Why is my Lux walking melee range? Wait. Is this a tank Lux? This needs to stop. Gwendolyn on the run. It will be enough actually. And Draven is cashing $700 into the pocket. Pyke now in big trouble. Can he get away? Nope, he gets snipped to death. It's actually a tank. I can't. It needs to stop. Like, guys. It has to stop. It really has to stop. If you play tank Lux, just play Nautilus, play Leona. Play an actual champion. Man. Okay, Baron Nashor time. Ward being cleared. Hook on to the Camille. Jarvan going in. Getting CC'd though here. Renekton is in midst of everyone. Pyke gets to reset number 1, reset number 2. And he gets CD Knight, no reset number 3. Ah, Flash goes away. But we have a wipe here. Who's the one left standing? Who's the poor little soul left alive? The explosiveness of these fights. They could have... Nah, I think Gwen could have cleared the one wave with ult, so... don't think they could have ended. Maybe if they had... like, maybe they could have ended actually, because Renekton has Flash. Did he have Flash before? Because then I can just Flash on Gwen and one-shot her. Then it's possible. But yeah, since it's solo queue, it's not very likely to happen. Because you cannot really trust. Oh, he's trapping. Hello, Mr. Yasuo. Oh, we found Gwendolyn. Time to turn. We still have Gargoyle available. Gargoyle being popped to just deny the early damage. Waiting for the next set of cooldowns. Pyke gets reset. Pyke gets another reset. Nicely used Zone Plate here, right after our cooldowns have been used to just mitigate the enemy's incoming damage, to just get another combo off after so we don't have to yield positioning. Very good, very well done. Lux just walking around being annoying, the little gremlin that she is. Gets hooked in, nothing much happens to her. Again, it's all about, look, he fell for it. He fell for it. The mind control, because it's a tank Lux. Guys, why don't you just end? Yeah. And with that, we're at the end of this video. If you want to look or watch the rest of this video, make sure to check out the channel description below. We'll see you for more content very soon. Don't forget, this weekend we are back to streaming. Gotta farm some content, gotta come back to the groove. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful rest of the day and take care.